Hello and welcome. I want to begin by saying how truly honored and genuinely glad I am that you are here. Taking this step, choosing to embark on a journey of self discovery, particularly around something as powerful and often painful as anger, is an act of profound courage. It speaks to a deep desire for growth, for healing, and for connection. I want to acknowledge the strength it took for you to press play. My name is Esther Adams, and I will be your guide through this conversation. I hold a doctorate in psychology and specialize in emotional regulation and anger management. I've spent many years sitting with people who feel overwhelmed, misunderstood, or trapped by their reactions. My approach is rooted in empathy and connection. I believe that within every intense emotion there is wisdom, and within every person, an innate capacity for balance and restoration. If you're listening today, it's likely that anger has caused some distress in your life. Maybe it erupts like a sudden storm, leaving regret in its wake. Maybe it simmers constantly, coloring your interactions and draining your energy. Or maybe it feels like a necessary shield in a harsh world, even though carrying that shield is exhausting. Whatever your experience, you are not alone. This is not about judgment or labeling emotions as good or bad, and it's certainly not about suppression. That doesn't work. Instead, this is about integration, understanding your feelings, your body, and your actions so you can move from automatic reactivity to conscious, wise responsiveness. Today, we're laying the foundation: what emotions are, how anger works in the brain, and how emotional intelligence gives us tools to create space between reaction and choice. By the end, you'll have a simple map you can begin using the next time heat rises. So, what is an emotion? The word comes from roots that mean movement. Think of it as emotion, movement from within. An emotion isn't just a thought, it's a physiological event, energy moving through your body, designed to make you act. Emotions are our survival kit. They prepare us to fight, flee, connect, or withdraw. When anger comes, it isn't just in your head, it's a full body experience. To understand this, I want you to imagine the process as three stages: stir, move, aware. First, there's the stir. Something happens. Maybe someone cuts you off in traffic or makes a dismissive comment. Then comes the move. Within milliseconds, your body reacts automatically. Adrenaline surges, your muscles tense, your heart rate shifts. Finally comes aware. A few seconds later, your conscious mind registers what's happening. You feel angry. The important insight here is that emotion leads and awareness follows. By the time you realize you're furious, your body has already launched into its response. This is why anger can feel so sudden, and why advice like just think before you react is so difficult in the moment. Your body is already moving before thought arrives. Even if you try to hide it, anger leaks out in your jaw, your eyes, your posture. Learning to notice those subtle cues in yourself is a powerful early warning system. To see why this happens, let's take a brief tour of the brain. At the base, we have the reptilian brain, concerned with raw survival, automatic and rigid. Above that, the limbic system, the seat of emotion and memory, where the amygdala acts as an alarm. And finally, wrapped around it all, the neocortex, especially the prefrontal cortex, which handles reasoning, impulse control, and empathy. In moments of anger, the amygdala often hijacks the system, overwhelming the prefrontal cortex. That's why we say or do things we later regret. We literally lose access to logic and perspective. But here's the hopeful part. Through practice, we can retrain this system. We can strengthen our ability to pause and bring the thinking brain back online. That pause is everything. It's the few seconds where we can notice the stirrings of anger and choose differently. Another key idea is that anger is often a secondary emotion. It's the bodyguard protecting something more vulnerable: fear, hurt, shame, or loneliness. Anger feels powerful, but often it is covering a tender core. When we learn to ask ourselves, what's underneath my anger? We begin to uncover the real need or wound we can tend to. This is where emotional intelligence comes in. Two skills matter most: self awareness and self management. Self awareness is noticing what's happening in your body, labeling the emotion accurately, and asking what lies beneath. Self management is not suppression, it's choosing how to respond. It's about shaping your expression so that it aligns with your values, not just your impulses. Remember Viktor Frankl's words: between stimulus and response, there is a space, and in that space lies our growth and our freedom. Our task is to widen that space. That is the heart of this journey. Less reactivity, more choice. If you'd like to go deeper, I've created a self paced course called Anger to Empowerment: Psychological Flexibility for Lasting Change. It's a 10-module journey blending coaching tools, neuroscience, and mindfulness to help you transform reactive rage into calm, values led action. By the end, you'll have a personalized anger management blueprint and a booster plan to sustain your progress. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Take a deep breath, acknowledge the step you've taken, and know that you're learning the language of your own mind. I look forward to continuing this journey with you in the next episode.